Alright, hello everybody, welcome to today's stream of Lovecraftian Games, where today's game will be playing a little bit more of Darkest Dungeon. Before I tell you what the plan is for today, I just want to cover off the few basic points of housekeeping. First, that all of this is for my thesis. There is a survey at the bottom or the top, like in the description of this video. You should see a link to a survey. Please do it. Please answer as many video games as you can. I am hoping to be able to, like, this is just a test survey at the moment. It may become permanent data, but that assumes that the survey I've got right now is working as intended, and I'm not 100% certain that it is, so I need to get that confirmed. If you're able to do the survey, do multiple games for the survey, so go back, do the survey a second time, do it a third time if you can, then that would be fantastic. Please use the same name each time so I know that that's what's going on. So, today's game. Alright, so I'm gonna cover off what has happened because I don't believe I will have uploaded the previous video to YouTube. Not quite because it's embarrassing, but because I'm trying to only upload things to the YouTube channel that are actually relevant for you as looking at lore and looking at the storytelling structure of this particular video game. So the previous stream probably won't end up going online. But essentially what happened was I was playing Darkest Dungeon, as you do, and I accidentally spent too much money on a trinket. It was just a single misclick, and I spent $15,000, 15,000 coins on an item that I can't actually use. And suddenly I had no money. I could not reliably do pretty much any of the dungeons. And my only option, the only real option I could see before me was actually to try and do the boss fight, because everything else was potentially a very long crawl and required me to do camping, and I wasn't convinced that I could go in, come out, and survive. I didn't think I could complete them because of the huge stress factor and all that sort of stuff.
You will know the tragic extent of my failings.
So, just so that you can see, I clicked on the Nomad Wagon. One of these was 15,000, and I meant to just hover over it to see what it was, and I accidentally clicked it, and I spent all my money. Like, if that was 15,000 now, I could have done it again just there. So you can imagine what that impact was. But I attempted to do the boss fight because it seemed to be the only option available to me. And I did not succeed. But I went in and I came out. So this team went in and came out after having actually done pretty well. So we didn't make it to the boss fight, which is what we are going to be doing now. We are going to be doing the boss fight that almost happened in a completely unprepared way. So, let's get this started. Now, there we go. For anybody wondering, I have already killed the Apprentice Necromancer. That should already be available on YouTube. Should be the video previous to this one, in fact. So right now we are going to go and kill the Sonorous Prophet. Before we do, I would just like to remind everybody why we're doing this. So all of this is for my thesis on Lovecraftian video games, and fundamentally what we are trying to do is I will show you just quickly. In theory, I will show you just quickly. Hold on. There we go. Thank you. Technical errors. Anyway, we are looking at this thing right here, the Lovecraftian Horror Pyramid. It is a diagnostic tool based on a tool developed by Bernard Perrin for scary video games, and we are taking this and trying to work out where various games should sit on this pyramid. And right now, Darkest Dungeon is down here. I'm not 100% certain that it will stay down here. It may move up a bit, and I'm hoping that that's what will happen. But if it is, where I think we're going to find that is going to be in the boss fights or in the cinematics. Now, I haven't found any cinematics since the very start of the game. I'm sure they will happen at some point. I defeated the first boss. There was no cinematic. We are now going for the second boss. And I am hoping that either... Excuse me. I am hoping that either this fight will yield some more lore, a little bit more story, just a couple of voiceovers here or there, or that it will provide us with a cinematic, and we can then analyze that cinematic and decide, does that lift Darkest Dungeon up here, or does it not? So, let's get back to it. So we've got that selected. We have our team of 4 unworthy heroes, because everything that I do is unworthy. Let's, not quite that many. I don't need that many. That's good. We're going to take a couple of keys. And I think that should be enough. We shouldn't be worrying too much about bleed damage. I don't really need to worry too much about blight, even though it will happen. The biggest issue is going to be the stress. I should actually start taking laudanum. I don't know why I've never actually taken laudanum with me into dungeons. Maybe because it's expensive, but I never have. It seems like a strategy I've completely overlooked. Regardless, there used to be a way, I'm sure there was a way that I bought more firewood, more camping equipment, or that I had 2. Maybe it came from a companion. Maybe that's how I ended up with more firewood. Doesn't matter. We have all of this. Let us embark.
Excavations beneath the manor were well underway when a particularly ragged indigent arrived in the hamlet. This filthy, toothless miscreant boasted an uncanny knowledge of my ambitions and prognosticated publicly that, left unchecked, I would soon unleash doom upon the world.
So, that was a little bit of dialogue from Ancestors' Memoirs, The Prophet, one of 3. So there's going to be more of that sort of thing. And this is why I'm looking to the boss fights for this kind of monologue.
The echoes of his mindless tittering reverberate maddeningly.
Now, we should remember that just because the game mentions stuff being maddening, that does not automatically mean that it is Lovecraftian, but it is a start moving in that sort of direction. But there's a lot of horror that does, this, that, or the other with, it is Lovecraftian, or, sorry, that does this, that, or the other with madness. What was I looking for? That one. Now, this is not my Stunbot team. This is the slightly more on the side of Murder team, but with much better heals. So, there's not much that she can do right now, is there? Let's try and kill him. Well, that was nice. But that's not going to be enough, so let's...
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Hey! You made them switch. How dare you? Murder! And now I have the... Ooh, perfect. Now move forwards. I don't really need to heal myself right now, but I will anyway. And stun. Oh, look, 1 point, 1 point. Now he's dead.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
So while we do this, I might as well give you a bit of an update. So I'm still waiting on the official feedback from my supervisors to confirm the pyramid, how I've got it, how I've set it up, and how I plan to use that to analyze games to see whether or not they are Lovecraftian or not. Now, there we go. Now, I'm fairly confident in it, but of course, until I've got the official feedback, I cannot say anything for 100% certain. So, the pyramid that I just showed you, it's possible that that will change in future, which is why I'm recording these playthroughs. So I want to be able to go back over this information, not just rely on memory, and be able to go, oh yeah, that was there, that was this thing, that was found at this point. So this is very much a research aid for myself, as much as it is a way to try and get the survey out there, to try and build a little bit of an audience so that you can decide, oh, that's cool, learn about a bit more game, learn a little bit more about Lovecraftian, but also express to me what you think is or isn't Lovecraftian. And that is... It's not a hugely important part of my thesis, but it is a useful part. It is something that will improve my thesis the more data from you, the audience, that I can get. You don't have to agree with me. I don't expect you to always agree with me. At some point, I may reveal the full analysis, the full diagnostic tools that I'm using, but for the time being, I'm trying to say as little about what my criteria are as possible, so that I minimize my influence on you. For example, I have some opinions about this game that I have occasionally expressed in previous videos as to what I do or do not think is Lovecraftian about this game or about other games, but I am consciously trying to keep that to a minimum, because I don't want you to parrot information you've learned from me. I want you to parrot information that you've gotten from the game. I want you to tell me your honest opinion about this game, regardless of what my opinions are. Is that the boss fight over there? Okay. So yeah, I want to know what your opinions are. And at the moment, the less that I directly impact that, the better. But what I'm not prepared to do yet is set my survey up to just be open carte blanche, really advertise it, really trying to put it out there as an independent thing for people to do and play and mess around with. And the reason for that is because I want to make sure it works as intended. And all of this is why getting your input, if you're watching this at the moment, why getting your input at this early stage is so important. Because I can afford to make a lot of mistakes now. I can't necessarily afford to make mistakes in future. And I would absolutely hate... Ooh, secret room. Okay, we are definitely going to go into that secret room. Excellent. Now I've got a key.
Packs laden with loot.
Okay.
Supplies.
Well, those are definitely valuable, so we're gonna take them. Oh boy, those are 3,500. I picked up one or two of those before, but I don't think I don't think it registered how much they were worth. Yeah, you're just gonna drink that. Wow. Okay. I guess I don't need to explore this dungeon anymore. That is a huge, that is a huge outing there, I guess. All of that, I don't care. We've got our profit. I don't think I can even get much more profit. Eat, eat. Grab a torch. Oh look, another one of those. And that's... Wow. This is a very, very profitable venture. It was not nearly this profitable last time I tried. I mean, it was profitable. It got me out of my money trouble. But this is beyond getting me out of my money troubles. This is, wow. Okay, so, as I was saying, yeah, all of this is for my thesis, blah blah blah, survey, blah blah blah, please do the things. But of course, like, this is also for fun. I am enjoying streaming like this, and the reason I'm enjoying streaming like this is because I'm not a big fan of single-player games. I don't mind playing them, but only if there's multiplayer content as well. For example, I love the Total War games. I absolutely love them. I used to play them all the time when I still actually really enjoyed single-player games. But these days, part of the reason I love the Total War games is because I can play them on my own, but I'm playing them because ultimately I plan to play multiplayer with some of my friends. And I'm mostly just improving my skill set so that I can play at a similar level to them. Or they have to play at a similar level to me. Either way, the improvements, the playing of it single player is for a multiplayer base. Meanwhile, games like this, Darkest Dungeon, run out of space. I don't think I can really do anything about that. Yeah, it's not really worth. Not really worth. I really want to, but, Well, let's at least burn this key. Oh, and I had the wrong person equipped. There we go. See, that worked, and now I am completely maxed out on busts and almost maxed out on crests. I am overloaded. Why can't I use laudanum? Is that something I can only use when we make camp or something?
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Laudanum is new for me to have to deal with and apply, so I don't know. Didn't I already... I definitely just used the shovel. I don't think I found another one, so is that just permanently there? Can I not get rid of it? That would explain a few other times if it's, you know, I only need to buy one shovel and that's it for the whole dungeon. But it makes me wonder why it even gives you the option of buying multiple. Trick you into wasting money, maybe. Or I just may not have noticed that I had two of them. So, let's stun him. Oh, he resisted. He resisted. Oh, we're just gonna murder you instead. Oh, you two have switched. I never switched you back. Not that important, but I did forget that. Bam. Alright, let's heal the Crusader. Oh, good heal. Do I have some sort of item or some trinket that's boosting heal? Crits? Because... Huh. Yeah, I can kill him. So yeah, as I was saying, I don't particularly like playing single-player games anymore. But playing it like this, it makes it a multiplayer experience for me. It creates a sort of parasocial relationship between me and you who's watching. So, That's nice, which of course that is even more enhanced when you interact with me. So I can see when you are over there watching on Facebook, and it's great. I appreciate it. I love it. Thank you very much. But if you are able to jump over to Twitch, you should see a link in the description. If you're able to join me on Twitch, it will honestly help me a lot more. Okay, yep. Can I... I'm going to discard that. I don't really need that gold, I guess. I've got so much, but I also don't need... I also don't need the laudanum, I guess. So... Wow. Can't believe I'm doing this, but, yeah. You, check it.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Whew. I don't remember what the reward for this particular one was. I can't remember if it was crests or deeds or busts or whatever. But I am definitely going to be leaving with a whole lot of busts. A fair chunk of everything, to be perfectly honest. But it's a shame that I won't be able to take that with me, I guess. So much for that. Now, how am I doing? I have got... Well, I've got a few curios left. Alright, we are going to... Oop, almost hit the wrong button. We're going to camp here.
Huddled together.
And
vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
now, can I... Minus 15 stress to all companions. I love that one. That is one companion, 15 stress. One companion, 15 stress. Alright. All companions. Reduce stress for a few of them, especially the religious. Yep. Did that not include her? All companions? Like, she didn't seem to get anything from that. That's a bit odd. Light. He's got the ability to heal one companion of stress, so we're going to... Oh no, we're going to use that one. And now she can use that on someone as well, which will be him, I guess. Alright, let's see. Is there going to be a fight? Yep, there's a fight. No, but it's just some maggots. That is nothing to worry about at all. So, let's kill the guy at the back. Is that going to be enough to kill him outright anyway? No. But, boom. Fantastic. Alright, we are on the last stretch for the boss. I wonder if I should try making the videos, actually like learning how the algorithm works. I don't think I actually need that. I'd rather save that slot for something else more important. But yeah, I wonder if I can like set up the videos to have chapters so that people who want can just skip this whole section, but I suppose that would require learning how to edit my videos and having the appropriate software for editing my videos, which I do not have anymore. I used to, and I used to do it a little bit, but new computer, new everything, I don't have any of that anymore. Excellent. Boom. Not quite enough. Well, you know what? You can zap him. Oh, achievement. At some point I'm going to go and have a look at all of my achievements and just see what they are all for, because I love getting the achievements in this game. It feels so nice. But at the same time, I'm very curious as to what they are and what they giving me, because, like, what was that? 100 people smite with that particular ability or something like that? I definitely haven't smitten 100 people. But it might be something crazy like that. Boom! I have rendered divine judgment upon you. Alright, so I don't want that. I do want that. Where are we at? Okay. This is definitely it. I'm gonna light this to full.
Is struck. A blazing star is born.
Do you think he throws his eyeballs at us as ammunition? Oh, that was one way to get the... Okay. I guess we break the furniture? Stun him! Yeah, he has high resistances. Okay. This is, unexpected. I guess that's just basically a hit point wall. I just need to get him to that spot. That spot, everything can target him. Oh! Oh boy. Oh. Oh wow. Okay. That was terrifying. That was a lot of damage. Okay. I really need to stun that somehow, or should I try blighting it instead? I mean, blighting it is a free 15 points of damage, but no, I need to stun him. I think stunning him is honestly more important. And I need to get rid of that. Maybe I should have tried blighting the wood. Oh, I needed her to heal. Why did I do... I needed her to heal. I clearly became a bit too narrow-minded and focused on that. Whew, good dodge. Stop getting multiple attacks, how dare. Alright. No, not enough. Not enough. I wonder if Blight even works on those, really, because they don't really have a turn. Can we stun him? Yes! Okay, let's focus on the heal. No, if I can do that, then I can start doing damage to him. I hate it, but I think that is a better plan. Alright. Now, what is his chance to stun? I don't think he has any possibility of stunning, actually. Should have checked that first. Oh no, it's 120% base, so there's at least a 20% chance to... Wait, he's got... What's... He has 150% stun resistance? How did I stun him at all? Okay. Wow. I guess my, the plan now is just to beat him to death, because there is no stunning that, even though I did just stun that. How much damage will that do? 6 points per round. Good. And for how many rounds? Was it 3? That doesn't matter. Yeah, we are just going to hit that as hard as we can. Oh, good dodging. Good dodging. Stop looking at his eyeballs. Aim for where the eyes that were, not where they are. Yeah, let's just, blight stack. All of the blight stack. Let's keep her health up. Oh, good resisting, everybody. Oh, you guys are doing so well. I guess that's the benefit of having, you know, level 3 characters running around the place. Although I think she's only level 1, if I recall correctly. Oh, yes! Oh! Wow! Okay, I don't care about those, but wow! Well, I guess, let's make some room. And I don't need the torches. And you know what? You've got space. I'm just going to, equip them to you. And we are done. But there was no monologue, there was no dialogue, there was no lore there, and it was the same with the previous ones. So let's... Maybe there'll be a cinematic. We will see. Oh, wow, look at that. Looks like so much now, and it is so much, but wow. That was a very good haul. Anyway, will there be a cinematic of some sort? Wait, can I change them? Is that what that's saying? Huh. Replaces necromant. Oh, it's replacing something that already exists. Okay. Good, bad? I assume bad. Well, one was good, one was bad, but still. Now, is there going to be a cinematic or something?
A fresh irritant, the sun.
I guess not.
Memory to me.
Alright, well, look, it's good to see characters leveling. You were level 1? I thought you were higher level. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, you were 1. I thought, wow, okay. I totally misjudged who was of what level of effectiveness going into that. But, is it?
Time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Okay, so defeat the Brigand 8 powder. So this is where it tells us all the things we have to... Oh! Okay. Okay, maybe there is something. Let's see.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility.
Oh, so that's just the opening dialogue when we went into the dungeon. So there aren't necessarily any more cinematics. These are just
in the leg of a dead rat.
Each of the story beats going into the dungeon. Okay, well, I'm not sure how much there is to say. So, obviously, my goal is to unlock all of these in order to see what Lovecraftian content there is in this game. Which I think, yeah, the Color of Madness. I think that's what I'm going to need to start focusing on. Because this, explore the farmstead, defeat the miller, and defeat the sleeper. This, I believe, was the quote-unquote Lovecraftian expansion. So, I think now I've got a fairly solid team. I'll jump online and I'll double-check what the best team for this is, because it may, like, this is a Blight team, whereas this may prefer a Bleed team, or it may be fine with a Blight team, or it may prefer a different composition. So I'll have to try and figure out, right, what is best for taking on the farmstead. And hey, maybe even some of this too. I have been told, of course, that the end of it is somewhat Lovecraftian, but I think this is what we really need to start aiming for, because, as you have witnessed with this game and this mismatch in the previous match, fighting the bosses isn't really giving us that much, and what little it gives us so far has not been particularly Lovecraftian. I mean, you may disagree, and if you do, please absolutely say so. But it has been reinforcing my opinion that Darkest Dungeon should be down here. But we are hoping to change that, of course. But I think that will be it for this stream. I will probably continue gaming. The rest of tonight's gaming probably will not end up on YouTube. But hopefully you've seen this, you've enjoyed this. By now, hopefully you formulated your own opinion about this game and whether or not it is Lovecraftian. And if you have, please fill out the survey for me. I should have mentioned this much earlier. For anybody who's watching this perhaps weeks or months down the line, the link to the survey that will be embedded with this video, that will be kept up to date. So if I change survey services, if I have to rewrite the questions, if any changes that I make, I will go back through all of my videos and I will make sure that the appropriate survey is present. So do not worry about what survey is that you've done. Just do it, and if you can, shoot me a message to me letting me know which games that you have attempted to fill out. But I should see that in the survey itself. If the survey is working as intended, then you shouldn't need to message me. Regardless, please have a lovely day or evening wherever you are, and maybe join me for my next stream. Farewell.